And Ryan Garcia hurt his hand during training camp leading up to the Rolly fight, and that's why he lost first Rolly. He had to have hand surgery. I ain't buying it. Like I said before, they know no bounds to they tomfoolery. Um, like I continue to say, man, he easily could have pushed that fight back. Turkey would have pushed it back regardless. But like I continue to say, man, Golden Boy, very disingenuous. Ryan Garcia is very disingenuous. Like I said today, these fighters can't take an L. What John Witherspoon or Craig Father tell him in Friday? He say y'all scared to take an ass whooping. You know, that's why y'all pick up guns. Y'all scared to take an ass whooping. People don't think when you pick up a gun, ain't no guns in jail, my nigga. Like I said, we talk about skilled trades. Nobody talk about the skilled trades of this. That skill don't go nowhere. And that's why I see in a lot of these fathers of all, ethnic backgrounds that have autonomy over their kids. They put them in, it's a brother that put his daughter in, I think it's taekwondo or whatever, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is. The daughter a beast. You know what I'm saying? It's something that y'all could bond over. The brother from Detroit, I forget his name, bald head brother, great beard, do a lot of advocacy. I'm gonna tap in with him. You know, he do he do self-defense. You know, this is trade that nobody pick up. And people be thinking like Pookies and Ray Rays can fight. They can't fight. Not no more. You gotta understand. I'll say this before I get in this Ryan Garcia. This like they used to teach this in school. Like boxing used to be like in school. If you really look at it, a lot of like James Brown knew how to box, knew how to fight. Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson and them father was he was Golden Gloves. Martin Lawrence was Golden Gloves. It was just something that was, the boxing need to get back to that where it's just like, gyms on the corner. It was a skilled trade. Y'all don't look at some of the things that's really a skill as a skilled trade. Y'all just think of as a certificate. But being able to box, being able to learn how to work out, knowing how to cook, obviously landscaping and all that stuff. Them skilled trades, bro. Basic things you do on the car, knowing how to change the oil, knowing how to jack the car up, knowing like, okay, I need to buy jack stands. I don't do a jack stand. I jack it up. I put the other tire up under it. So if it fall off the jack, you know what I'm saying? Them all skills, bro. Knowing how to swap out a battery, knowing how to clean the battery, to clean the post, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But Ryan Garcia, like I said before, they always have an excuse. The excuse is this, bro. Wasn't nothing wrong with that nigga hand. The excuse is the fact that he's a steroid user and abuser. That's it. That's it. That's why he don't want to go through with the Devin Haney rematch. He be like, cool, all right, Turkey, let me bounce back, get a win, get my hand fixed, and I'm gonna come and rematch Devin next year. He don't want to do that. He know what it is. I've been new heat, man. Like if you know the amount of fighters that's on shit, bro, like a lot of them. A lot of them. Ryan Garcia is a privileged kid that never really had to deal with adversity. Never. Never. And no matter how privileged you, at some point you're gonna deal with adversity. Man, when he gonna deal with some real adversity one day, he gonna want to send himself to the upper room. Oh, my hand, and like it's always an excuse. Y'all can spin it however y'all want to spin it, Golden Boy. We know what's going on. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all been knowing what's going on. So when Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard and then interviewing Andre Ward talking about being an advocate for fighters and not, they took an oath to themselves and talking about how they didn't want to turn into what everybody else turned into. You're no different. If you harboring a fugitive, you a fucking fugitive. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You a fucking fugitive. If you harboring a fugitive, flat out. So mess me with that. How many people came out and said De La Hoya robbed them out of cash? Juan Marquez said it. You know what I'm saying? Canelo said it. Come on, man. You became the very same thing that you complained about Bob Aaron was. That's why everybody say, if I had this and I had you, would be doing the same silly foo-foo shit that they doing. That's what it is. So with Ryan Garcia, he can talk about my hand hurt, my paw hurt, my ass hurt, whatever it may be. I don't respect him, bro. I don't respect him. I don't respect him. He never respected the sport. He always got excuses, changing the weights, and he ain't did nothing. Never became a world champion. Think about this versus Devin. He blew off the weight and he took steroids. Come on now. And still damn near didn't even win that fight. Damn near didn't even win that fight. So that's how I look at it, bro. Like, come on. Now, I hurt my hand in camp. Call the fight off. You've been seeing your ass out all year round. Now you hurt your hand. Fuck out of here. Dude is a lot of people let him get away with it. That's why I hate when I see these black males out here with these podcasts pandering and call themselves holding men accountable. Men hold each other accountable. We have no other choice in society but to hold each other accountable. There's little punk bitches like Ryan Garcia who have no accountability because his parents didn't raise him to have none. And life will hold you accountable. It's straight flat out. They didn't have 1% of the ill will they had towards Deontay Wilder when he lost to Tyson Fury the first time. That's when I started really like looking at the black box community like, niggas was celebrating this dude loss. Like, damn, y'all hate each other that much? And y'all talk about, Keisha's white zaddy or Brad worship. That's cool, but a lot of these black males, especially in this boxing space, a lot of them motherfuckers is Brad and Becky worshipers too. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bean. They was sucking off Tyson Fury, wasn't they? They was happy he beat Deontay, and I was looking like, I know Chris was saying, well, what he did for Mark. This before Mark Breland. This before that he broke the shit with Mark Breland. And y'all be wondering how black men go get a Becky. And what's so funny, me and Ron Mexico was talking about this shit before I close this video out. He always tell me, he said, man, you notice how many of these dudes over 40, talking about in Hollywood, who be getting with non-black women? And I'm like, I never really thought about it. And he started, showing the pictures and running off the name. I'm like, damn. That's how you turn a black man against his own community. What they did to Deontay Wilder, how they did him. Just look at how they did him versus, don't even take Devin out of it. Look how they did him versus how they did Ryan. How many people really had ill will towards Ryan when he lost that Rolly fight? None of them fighters spoke out. Shakun was literally rooting for that nigga in the crowd. He literally was sucking this man off in the crowd, bro. Real talk. So once you start to see that I'm one black man fighting the fight, and everybody else they going against the grain. Well, come on, man, I gotta go do what's best for me. But Ryan and shit like that, he didn't get no ill will. Ain't nobody knock his dick in the dirt. Nobody kick him while he was down. I don't even feel like the Haney's properly kicked him while he was down. They took the high road. I ain't mad at it. But we don't get that leniency. They always take the low road and kick us while we down. Am I lying? I'm not. So where's all the fighters that when Devin, his excuse was, he missed weight or he took drugs and all that stuff. They saying he was making, so where are the excuses for Ryan now? Hey, what's the excuse? No Roy's, no win. No Roy, no talent regardless. Now his hand was hurt and that's why he lost. Like I continue to say, man, don't respect it, bro. I don't respect it. If you knew how a lot of these black fighters was moving behind the scenes, bro, you wouldn't respect it neither. You wouldn't respect them. I don't respect them, bro. There's only a handful of fighters that I really respect, bro. I don't. Like I said on my other video, Bud talking about how, you know, Muhammad Ali the GOAT for what he stood for. Don't none of y'all niggas stand for 2% of what that man stood for. And none of y'all, Najee, the only nigga that checked T.O. Only one. Najee from Cigar Check, the only one that checked him. None of y'all got no sponsors, no brand ambassadors, so what's stopping you? I just don't respect these niggas, man. I really don't. I really don't. But let it have been Devin. Look how they did Wilder. Look how they do when we lose. Oh, he need to retire. So you ain't heard one motherfucker say. I read one article in Boxing News 24, and that's hilarious that they wrote it that Ryan might be done. But hey, it is what it is, man. Check out the Boxing News playlist. Hit the link in the description, the link tree. Check out the Free Game in the 9 channel, my Detroit channel. Find me on X, Instagram, Cash App, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in there. The whole 9. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Good Fella TV. Check out the Boxing News playlist. Peace.